Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Now Loading from PopNerdTV. I'm your host, as always, Alex Thompson. Sorry to say, Christian still isn't here, but he will probably be back next week. I'm still here to give you your sneak peeks for the week of May 7th. And I'm gonna give you some news, and we're gonna talk about some anniversary stuff too, which is kind of sad, but you have to be on our Patreon to hear that stuff. It's really cool. It's really cool. If you haven't been on our Patreon, go check it out. You can get like content for super dirt cheap, $2 to $5, and get you going, get you started. All right, so our video game release for this week is actually something that I had no idea was coming out until I saw this on there. I had not heard anything about it. Then I started looking into it, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Now, some of you may remember this from comic books by Roy Thomas back in the 70s. Some of you may know about this character from Arnold Schwarzenegger in a specific movie he did in the early 80s. But, you know, if not, you may have even just been a big fan of barbarians in general, and this is your thing. I'm talking about Conan Exiles. So, Conan Exiles comes out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and is set, it's like an open world survival game set in the lands of the Conan the Barbarian world. And the trailer for it looks really, really cool, actually. It starts off with a guy being like hung on a cross. It's a little sacrilegious, but he's hung on a cross in the wastelands or whatever, right? Your character that you build. And Conan comes and pulls you down off the cross and saves you. And you just got to learn how to survive in the wastelands of this dystopian, horrible world of barbarians and bad people trying to survive. Ooh. But no, it's an MMO strategy RPG. It's weird. I didn't think that a Conan game would be something. I thought, you know, you think Conan, you think Big Brute, you think like hack and slash, beat 'em up. We're just gonna, you know, do the dang thing. But no, it's an MMO strategy RPG. And it's a huge open world experience. So you're actually running around and trying to like survive, go from one town to another, interact with different people, find new things. There's lots of monsters too in this that you'll come across, and you actually get a fortress that you can build from the supplies you find. And it's like a custom fortress. Like you can just go in there and make this crazy huge thing, almost like Fortnite in a way, or Minecraft. And you have armies that you can build to protect your fort and stuff, and you just go from one place to another, doing adventures, battling, bringing your people with you to get these extra things. And you can even take different paths, like you can be like a religious character, because religion plays a huge part in this game. You can be like a cleric or a bishop or whatever, and you would have like next to no money, but you can be able to do all these kind of mythical kind of things. You can summon monsters and stuff. It has a lot to do with, like, I guess, mixing religion and magic a little bit. But yeah, you defend your base from hordes, you go out and adventure. One of the coolest things on this is it's first-person gameplay, right? And it just looks overwhelming. Like, I have to say that right now. Some of the stuff that you see in this, like, it's just huge, like, out there. Like, some of the monsters and stuff that you have to battle. One of the things I saw in the trailer was this ginormous snake. Like, this thing wasn't like, when I say ginormous, this thing was huge. Like, just slithering, knocking over trees and stuff. It was kind of creepy. Okay, but then you can like summon like stone gods to walk around and destroy other people's cities for you and stuff, or you could just have a lot of money and just have a really big badass army if you want to go that way too. So there's a lot of different choices to make in this game. Something else that I thought was really, really cool, kind of going back to the fortresses and the supplies and resources, is you have to make your own weapons in this, and you can just like become blacksmith basically, or and do like create swords, staffs, spears, everything. And this also goes along into the creation process of the bases and stuff too. Like I said, they're really, really detailed. You can make them multiple stories high. You can add specific things into it, weapons and stuff to protect catapults, whatnot. It looks cool. It looks really, really, really fun. And this should, technically, in my opinion, from what I've seen, please strategy and Conan fans alike. I mean, if you're into either one of those, or just like that time period of stuff, it looks dope. It looks really, really cool. Everything, and like I said, it's a Conan game. You don't expect that nowadays. People don't talk about Conan anymore. They don't even have, comics for Conan really anymore. I mean, I guess they did recently, but it's been sold around and put out so much, it's like whatever. Every time I think of Conan, I still think of Arnold Schwarzenegger holding the sword, looking all goofy in his loincloth thing or whatever. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, Conan, there's a little bit of something for everyone in this. All right, so moving on from our Conan Exiles game, which is going to be coming out on PC, PS4, Xbox One this week, we're going to get into some new stuff with the Nintendo Labo cardboard kit builder thingammerbob that looks really cool, and it came out a few weeks ago. But something that I've seen popping up a little bit, people talking about now that they've actually got their hands on it and played with it a little bit, is that people are worried about replacing parts because it's cardboard. Eventually it's going to wear away and it's going to go wear down, bend, break, rip, whatever. And Nintendo's done a good job. They've came out and said, we've done repetitive tests on this, make sure that it's as durable as possible, but it's still cardboard. It's going to break down eventually. So they talked about, and I just want everyone to reassure, because recently they came out in an interview and said this, they are providing replacement kits for parts and stuff. So you don't have to just go out and buy a new kit altogether. You can actually order specific parts that were in there and they'll send you new ones. So first two packages that were available when it came out a few weeks ago was a $70 Toy-Con 1 package, which is pretty basic, or you can get the $80 Toy-Con 2 robot kit package, which has the big robot in it and has some other features and stuff. And it's the more expensive kit because there's more detailed stuff and putting it together is kind of hard from what I hear, but it's also a fun challenge altogether. It's good for kids and it's a learning exercise really. But the replacement parts for this start at as low as $1.99. Okay, that's a pretty dang good deal for some things. And the most expensive stuff is only $13.99 to replace. And that's some of the big robot body parts, the harder to put together stuff like that where there's more pieces. $13.99. Really not that big of a deal. I mean, if you're gonna have kids, they're gonna spill stuff on it, playing with their friends, everything else, this is a great way to just keep the fun going, and they're going to keep releasing new stuff too. If you don't know how it works, basically you build this cardboard thing and you use your controller, the little Joy-Con sticks or whatever, to stick it in there, and by vibrations and sensors and everything else, it'll make things happen on screen. So they have a piano thing where you actually shove one of the sensors in the top, and then as there's these little reflective stickers in there, and as you push down the keys, they move, and it makes the sensor go off, and then it'll interact with what's going on the screen at the same time. So, it's really innovative how they're doing this Labo thing, and it's good to know that even after you've had all your fun and you've played it to pieces, that you can go back and buy replacement parts for pretty dang cheap and keep the fun going. So, all you parents out there that were worried about it, here's your answer to it. You can actually find them available in Nintendo's online store now. So if you go to Nintendo.com or store.nintendo.com, you can go on there and you can find all your replacement pieces, and yeah, they're doing a good job trying to set this all up. All right, this has been an episode of Now Loading, and I want you to go to PopNerdTV.com and check out all the articles, reviews, and everything else. We have links to our YouTube on there. And speaking of YouTube, go like and subscribe our videos on there. Also, leave comments, because that's how we're gonna get our feedback. That's how we can improve our shows, and that's how we can give you more of what you want. Also, go to our social media. We have a lot of social media. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. You can go on there and see all the updates and stuff for all the articles we post, all the news and everything else, our video updates and drops. A lot of fun stuff on there, and sometimes you'll occasionally see me, Sierra, Jackie, or Amanda, or someone from PopNerdTV poking around on our own personal profile. So maybe you get a little time to interact with us and throw your 2 cents into the whole idea of things. Also, go be sure to check out our Teespring, where we have merchandise, shirts, leggings, pillows even, from what I'm told, and whole bunch of fun stuff. Thanks to our very own Jackie Davis, because she's great at designing all these cool little designs and stuff. And maybe eventually we will get a button up on there for you business people out there. You can wear it to the office on a Friday or something and it'll look cool. It's been hard, but we'll figure it out eventually. Okay guys, so hopefully Christian comes back next week, but for right now, this has been Alex Thompson with Now Loading and PopNerdTV, and we will catch you next time.